Welcome back, everyone, to some more Avowed. Today, we are finally going to actually wrap this up. It's a little bit of an earlier stream, but I got some time, so we're going to try to get through the final, just about 2 hours of the game. And then from there, we will be starting, or at least the current plan is to start the Pirate Yakuza game later on tonight once we do finish this and I take a little bit of a break. So that's the plan. We just made it to the garden last time. We're kind of in the middle of doing the quest. We've seen some visions with our friends, our companions here. So it's been interesting so far. It's taken a little bit longer than I expected the story to go, but at this point we're seeing it through all the way to the end, and then we'll go from there. Because we're almost there. Getting pretty close to it. Let's see what we got up here. There's the chest. But yeah, I think most of this, I mean, if we run into some enemies, I might try to stealth past them, because at this point, we've got legendary gear. Don't really have to worry about it too much anymore. But we'll kind of take it a step at a time.
Stand back.
As we wrap up the story. I think we're going the correct way. Yeah, it looks like it's somewhere through here. Swim down below. Overall, I still have enjoyed the game.
Incredible.
A decent amount. I think I'm definitely getting to my point where I'm ready to see this through, though, because it has been I think the journey was a little bit longer than it needed to be, in all honesty. But I still had fun while I was here. That's an ancient memory. It's just gonna give me a stat bonus, so I think I'm gonna pass on it. Where would this... Oh, here's an entrance. Yo, what's up, man? How's it going, man? Why are we purple? Right now, we are, we're in stealth mode. That's why it turns purple like that. Basically, they can't see us. Or hear us. And it gives me a bit of a speed boost. I feel like I'm speed running the game now. At this point. But hey, that works for me. Where is... We need to get to Sapadal. I think this is the correct way still? Holy.
Absolutely not.
I'm starting to think these people killed themselves off.
I am thankful for the speed boost there. Oh my god.
Your Emperor sent you alone.
What zone is this? This is the garden. So we're just about in the final area. We passed the point of no return. Essentially. But we are in the final few moments here. Let me...
Mind? I need to catch my breath.
Yeah, we can chill out for a second here. We ran a lot. And I think I have an upgrade to do anyways.
There's always a weird sort of quiet on the eve of battle. I'm feeling that now. Seems like a good time to gather our thoughts and share a drink before whatever's coming.
I think that sounds fair.
This seems like a perfect place to stop and relax.
Though it's hard enough to tell what's real here without a belly full of drink.
Sounds like you're nervous, dearie.
I'm feeling all kinds of ways. Anxious, excited, scared, hungry.
I feel it as well. It is only mortal to feel overwhelmed in the presence of the immortal.
Gonna be alright, Kai?
Oh, you don't have to worry about me. Getting to see that vision of Tama did me good. Like, I finally let go of something I'd been holding too long. Now that we're here, I'm eager to see this through. Nothing worse than holding your breath and waiting.
Me too. Yeah, that's what I'm holding on to. I'm glad to have you with me, Kai.
Same. I'd rather have good company in a prison than paradise alone.
How about you, Marius?
I had a feeling you might ask me that. I'm not sure I've really worked through what I've seen here, but I am grateful for the chance to see Yonko again. I feel like we're almost done with all of this, but we are in the weirdest place in the world, so who knows?
We're almost
I'm
there.
completely baffled. But when haven't I been lately? Being afraid doesn't even feel scary anymore.
You doing okay, Giada?
I think so. The garden is so much more than I expected. Full of contradictions. Wild, yet serene. We're close to something. A threshold between calm and crisis. Conflict and peace. Life and death.
You lost me. No, I feel it too. I'm glad I'm not alone.
So am I. None of us could have gotten this far on our own.
What about you, Yatsli?
Well, I won't lie to you, Envoy. A lot's happened. But here we are. I just need a moment to take it all in.
Take all the time you need.
Thank you, dearie. I'll be ready by the time the fun starts. And I wouldn't worry. Our little group here is perfectly frightening, and I'm sure our enemies would agree. We'll be fine. I can't speak for anyone else, though.
You've listened to all of us. How about you? You've been through a lot since you arrived. You've been shipwrecked and assassinated, harangued by gods, bureaucrats, and a death guard. You've had your soul poked, your loyalties questioned, and your sleep regularly interrupted by a god with no respect for privacy. And yet you've kept yourself and all of us together. How are you really doing?
How are we doing? Yeah, honestly, I would say better than I thought. Yeah. I'm better than I thought.
You're very resilient. Under different circumstances, I would credit your nature as a godlike. But we all know better. You're strong enough to survive anything. Sapadal picked a good soul when they made you.
That actually made sense to me. As if I've learned something about souls and whatnot.
I'll take that as a compliment.
How about you, Envoy? What keeps you so stoic in the face of everything?
Whiskey. I think back to the time I enrolled in a seminar and never attended it. This is nothing by comparison.
Oh, your lecturer must have been furious. You're lucky to be alive.
When we first met, I didn't think you'd last long. But then I saw how you handled that dream thrall bear. Shook off your own death like a bad cold. And then you confronted your own killer and let him go. It takes a special kind of strength to stay your hand in a moment like that.
I didn't know much about you at that point. You were traveling with Kai and you died, which I thought made a lot of sense.
I remember your calm. How you listened to my shouting match with the governor and actually heard me. And when they burned my home, you gave me another one. A sanctuary where I could be myself. I'll never forget that.
You were my hero right away. You rescued me from those sporlings. You got my priceless face. What more could a girl ask for?
And now look at you. Look at us. How far we've come in a short time.
What's up, Yannick? Yeah, I've enjoyed the game a good amount. Well, no, there's no missable companions. You get them all through the main story. As long as you're following that, you'll recruit them. 5 oddballs on a mission to confront a god. What could go wrong? Let's see. Yeah, I'll say that.
Quite a lot, as it turns out. But the journey is worth it.
Not to raise the sails before the anchor, but we left trouble in our wake. Fjord, Thirdborn, Solace. If we make it out of here, it won't be to a living lands suddenly at peace.
Just this once. Could we forget about the rest of the living lands? Some of us could use a break.
If we can't take a moment to ourselves on a floating island outside reality, then I don't know where we can.
Everyone get some rest. We could all use it.
Right. We could all use some beauty rest. We'll want to look our best on the battlefield, won't we?
The
Get
final
some sleep.
final rest.
There'll be plenty of time for sentiment.
Hey, Stone, thank you for the follow there. Gracias. Talk to Marius to see what he's got.
I came here to help you do whatever you're supposed to do with your god friend. Instead, I'm here talking to dead people.
The garden is stranger than I thought it would be.
I've heard about the garden all my life, and I never expected something like that. But thanks to you, I think I was ready for it. I mean, it was blessed bizarre, but I could handle it. I will say, it's not really what I expected when I started tracking you and Kai back in Paradis.
The world is strange, Marius. That's the one of the things I like best about it.
You're in a good place then. Strange seems to follow you like dust gnats. It's been a bit of a ride, Envoy. I feel like it's coming to an end. One way or another.
True.
I don't know. Maybe the unexpected isn't so bad after all. I never expected you and I would become friends. Yeah, quick note. If you tell any of the others I said that, I'll poison your drink. Anyway.
Yeah, we're cool. We're cool. We're cool. That's enough for now.
If I must.
All right, let me do the upgrades, and then we will get out there. I think, yeah, I'm gonna go for weapon. Oh, we can do 1 and 1. I'll take that. Break these 2 down. Yeah, we are only like 1 hit away from the next, or the final one. As far as gear goes, pretty close. Okay. Is this it? Are we here?
Sapadal's prison, I think. What else
Level
could-
25?
Time to shut it down forever.
Let's look around. There's got to be a mechanism somewhere around here.
Yeah, let me grab a nice screenshot here. Good old potential thumbnail. I'm probably going to be grabbing a lot of them soon. Let's see what other upgrades we have. I could go for this one. Duration is 10 seconds. Gain maximum attack speed, rapid stamina regeneration, and increased move speed for 10 seconds. Or I could just go sniper, where we do a base 25% more damage. I think I'm going to do that, to be honest. Because my attack speed is already pretty good for the most part. That it's a little puzzle.
You take lead.
Nice. I can't believe I never used this ability like this earlier on. Because holy, the amount of mobs that you can just bypass with it. Like, little mobs. Not all of them, of course. Oh, it looks like we might actually need to go back. I think we need to take out the big guy. This guy. Do you have a rule on which streams, or which games you stream and which you upload? For the most part, like, yes and no. The way I typically do it is I save the big games, the games I know I'm going to play hours and hours upon for streams. So for like something like this, or stuff that I want to kind of make the focus on my channel, I usually save for the streams. Little trials, demos, like testing the waters, stuff like that. That's when I do series or recordings instead. And it seems to work. I've also liked that format because it gives me time to play games I typically wouldn't play on stream and play them off stream. That's how my Star Citizen playthrough started. That's how a lot of the simulator games that I've been playing started. All things some of them would probably work well for a stream, but I'd rather save that time for playing like a big RPG or something along those lines instead.
Careful with that thing. It has a mind of its own.
I never knew I wanted to see something so badly.
Nice. Also, like, big events. Like, if a game gets like a really big update and there's no other games out at the time, whatever the case is, that's when I like going back to other games too. I swear the audio is getting like so loud all of a sudden. Is there a priest out here somewhere? Jeez, these things are so tanky. Come on. Nice. I wonder if there is like a new game plus or something where you can bring your character into it again or not. Do you rather call yourself a streamer than a content creator? Yeah, I mean, I think they're both.
This is how you imprison a
Like, you
god.
can be a content creator and not be a streamer,
We gotta live to tell this tale.
but you could also be a streamer and a content creator. That's where, like, yeah, I do prefer a streamer over, I guess, just blatant content creator, because I prefer to do the live aspect of things. My goal has always been the blend of like how in the 2010s you watch like Let's Plays were a huge thing, and now streaming is a huge thing. I like kind of blending those two where I'm strictly gameplay, But at the same time, in like moments like this where all it would be is me shooting the enemies, I like having that conversation. Because at the end of the day, I care the most for most games about the story. I want to feel something, which is why you don't find me playing a lot of multiplayer games. Glad to be here then. Yeah, I appreciate it. Of course. And that's the other good thing is, I believe for you found me through the Star Citizen series, which was like just that was me just saying, you know what, I'm gonna play this, I might as well make a video out of it. I know nothing of what I'm doing, but at least I get to try the game and see if it does well or not. And here we are. Almost. Got it. Okay. We're doing, making good progress here. We can collect everything. Yeah, this is Avowed. It's also the one that should be tagged. I mean, it shows it is. Why the bow instead? I've gone back and forth personally. I mean, so I found this bow and I kind of just stuck with it. Because this game takes a lot. If you're upgrading like 2 or 3 weapons at a time, you need a lot of resources for it. So I kind of just got the bow and stuck with it.
That's it. The heart
More
of the
so.
garden. Sapadal's
But the
cave.
good thing is, I mean, like, especially with my abilities and perks, these apply to bow or the guns. So like marksmanship, steady aim, sniper, critical strike, all of these apply to both, and staggering shot. So if you do find a gun that you prefer over the bow, it's easy to swap between the two. But I kind of wanted to go that ranger route, which is essentially what I ended up doing. I still just wish I went the ranger background too. But I went for the scholar instead. I didn't realize how magic based it was. But oh well. By the way, chat, we're probably in like the final few moments here, so if you haven't played the game yourself, just be warned. I don't know what's coming up next.
come at last, after so long. You are so small, we questioned if you were real. Then steps, a voice, through armies and corrupted soil, you persevered. Now, you are here.
Yeah, exactly, Yannick. That's the goal. Not everything I play is going to be for everybody, but if it reaches somebody and somebody enjoys it, that's what matters. But yes, here to stop the Dream Scourge. There's not much time.
The rot. We feel it festering and spreading. What is it but an extension of our pain? Your Dream Scourge will end when our suffering does.
Is that a promise?
We were innocent once. We woke, and we wanted nothing but connection. But the other gods imprisoned us, left us to suffer alone in this place. But you are here now. You found us, a sprout in the endless winter. There is little time. We would be freed from these bonds. The Strangler is close now. We feel her wire against our flesh.
You mean Wodaka?
She begs for our blood. Her wolves defile the city on the shore.
Wait, what? Speak plainly. What are you trying to tell me?
The prey flees, hides. The people's cries ring in our ears. She pierces us now. Now we will not brook this. Not again. A spark. Wait. The essence bends here. Time flows into itself. You can reach her. Will the garden to open, it will take you there.
Send my body across the living lands? Even an archmage couldn't do that.
A wellspring of power. We strain, but we could clear the way. We were everything. What have we lost? What multitudes could we contain? We could run, leap in the water, flourish in forgotten hills.
Oh boy. We need to talk about what you did, Sapadal.
We must. We shall. We have been thinking of this. We mourn our past. We only seek peace now. A chance to regrow.
The only way I can set you free is if you truly want to change.
We trust you. You who have been by our side for so long. You met death, and you offered your hand.
He was fighting for something bigger than me.
You taught us mercy.
Okay,
Mercy.
I see now.
We saw how you would fight for those who could not. Give us peace. We want a chance to change. We deserve that opportunity.
If you can promise you will be better.
Do you think we have learned nothing from you?
I don't know.
We deserve more than this prison. Let us have a chance to rest. We want peace. Or do you have no more mercy for us than you did for the bear?
bear is a different story. What are you talking about?
The beautiful thing you killed. Already you
That's
have
not what
forgotten.
I meant. Like, can you clarify?
We asked what you would do with an animal that sickened after a fight. Do you remember what you said?
Close the wound, disinfect it, heal it.
More than anything, that is what we desire too. Treat us as you would the bear. Clean our wounds, heal us. Grant us the same.
Boy,
The time has come for you to act.
here we go.
End our pain, and the dream scourge will cease. Give us peace. It is all we have wanted for so long.
So this is what it comes down to. Freedom or destruction? I did say I'm not going to destroy it. I'm not going to destroy Sapadal because that is exactly what Wodaka wants. That is exactly what Lödwyn wants. And hopefully what we actually have shown and gone through, this will stop it rather than just more destruction and then stop the Dream Scourge. Hopefully we can actually heal. We'll see though. We'll see if this actually was worth it or not. I don't know. I've been very mixed about this game for a while, so let's see how it plays out. I'll free you, just show me how.
Center your thoughts. Reach for us. Clear the fog. Tear down the gates. We were so blind, so lost. We brought such horrors to this place. We feel bright. We had forgotten what it is to live. We will grow, tend, flower.
Oh boy.
We will always remember this. We will remember you when you are ash and
Yo.
soil and mulch.
Yo, thank you guys for the raid there. Holy moly. Hold on, we gotta pause for a second. Yo, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Raising the roof. Hope your stream went well. Welcome, chat. What's up, Cat? What's up, Unknown? What's up, Stash? Origin, welcome, welcome. Unknown Origin. Knuckles, yo, thank you all for the follows there, too. I hope your stream went well. Hope you're doing good. What were you playing? How did it go? We're at a very pivotal moment, so just warning, if anybody's planning on playing Avowed, we are, like, pretty much, like, right there. If you don't care, then we're going to see how this plays out. If you do, just keep in mind. But I appreciate it. Thank you very much. What's up, Majestic? Love to support. Hey, appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, this game's been a lot of fun. Just playing Sims 4, doing hilarious. Oh, God. I just went back to... I just, like, did a first, like, official Sims 2 playthrough. For, like, the first time ever. I played it, like, way when I was younger. But I did, like, a little bit of Sims 2 on YouTube for a bit. It was a good time. Playing Sims 4, happy to spread love. Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, appreciate all the new followers too. All right, let's see how this plays out here because we're almost there. So we're trying to free this giant being here, and we'll see if it actually works out or not. Godlike ability. Oh, that was literally the last thing they were saying. Sapadal's fury. Unleash the power of Sapadal to lift all nearby enemies into the air and slam them down, dealing high damage. boy. Here we go. Okay. I think that's a good move that we made. As long as that's not Dream Scourge spreading. Doctor Strange? Oh boy. So a portal just opened after we released it, and then I guess we'll see what the repercussions are.
Andra's dead. Are we back in Dawnshore? Already?
This is Sapadal's doing. I'm certain of it. No power in Aora could transport us so quickly, or so far.
Tell me Sapadal could have opened a portal to the garden this whole time? Yeah, actually, I feel like we should stay on. What happened here?
Looks like the war already started, and the giant roots are winning.
Marius, vines don't usually get that big this quickly, do they?
Based on their growth and size, I'd say we've been gone 2 or 3 weeks.
What? Hold on. 2 to 3 weeks?
Hey, at least you didn't let 6 years go by.
Who knows if the garden affected time, or merely our perception of time? Assuming there's even a difference.
It's like how a body fights an infection. The fever gives you strange dreams that feel like an eternity.
Look at this place. It feels like we're still in the dream. And not just us. Those are more your people's ships in the harbor, and steel garrote banners past the barricades. That can't be good.
Even Ringrim is here. Perhaps we'll get to see an Archmage in action.
I think I see Elia as well. What a strange reunion this will be.
The Blessed Wardens are here too. That conflict we've been trying so hard to prevent started without us.
I wonder who struck first.
It's who strikes last that counts.
The Steel Garrote have been itching for a fight this whole time. This would have happened with or without us.
Before we go, what happened back there with the Dream Scourge and Sapadal?
I freed Sapadal. I like how there's only one there's no like lying to them here. Like, oh yeah, nothing. We kind of just talked for a second. You know, the usual. No, I freed Sapadal from their prison. The Dream Scourge is over.
I'm not sure. That's good, right?
It's a relief that the Dream Scourge won't be a problem. I only hope we can say the same about Sapadal. Time will tell, I suppose.
So.
After all this time, they're free. And the living land is free to heal.
We've cured the land, and we've even freed a caged god. All in all, rather a successful day.
War has a mind of its own. No one will care about what we've done.
You've saved the soul of the living lands. Now the survivors fight over its bones. We should take a look. See if we can get ahead of whatever storm is brewing down there.
People seem to be gathering west of here. Whatever's happening, let's be a part of it.
Okay. We'll head over there. Oh, we actually get to go with our full party.
How did you make it out?
That's kind of cool.
Guy! They marched in with no warning. I couldn't think. I just ran.
Easy. You're
That was,
here.
Envoy! What does the Garrote think they're doing?
Whatever it takes to show Paradis they're in charge.
What's the point of exploring if you just want to plant your flag everywhere?
Not wrong. How'd you escape?
I took my notes and bolted when they came through Hightown. They didn't think I was worth the trouble.
Right now, that's a good thing.
If you're looking for survivors, a few of us fled to the Balrog.
How many?
I'm not sure. I saw Sapiento.
Sapiento.
Gods, I hope they're not trapped in there. I am sorry I can't be more help.
Done enough.
You always were a forgiving friend.
We should move. Let's hope the Garrote hasn't made it to the Balrog yet.
Envoy, wait! Before you go, I may have something for you.
Oh, yeah?
I took some supplies when I ran. If you think they'll help, they're yours. I'll even give you a discount. You know, for saving the city and everything.
Okay, sure. I guess. I mean, it doesn't hurt to look. Sell all these. Dexterity and dodge distance. That actually would be pretty good, but I'm gonna hold on to what I've got at this point. Hey, Art, thank you for the gift there. Yeah, chat, by the way, we are 41 minutes in. Thank you all for the likes so far, wherever you're watching, whether it's YouTube or TikTok. Appreciate it, as always. YouTube is Casas Plays, Twitch, Casas Plays TV. Later tonight, after we wrap this up, we will be starting the new Yakuza game as well, which I'm excited for. I'm looking forward to following this game up with that, to be honest. Could be a different change of pace, but I love me some Yakuza. Or Yakuza, depending on where you're from. Or how you prefer.
Snow? Why is there snow here?
That's gotta be Ringgrim's.
A familiar face.
Snow and Shatterscar.
Can you talk to her for a second?
We meet again, Envoy. Paradis burns, thanks to Lödwyn and the Steel Garrote laying
Yakuza.
siege to it. But the Dream Scourge is gone.
How? I killed Lödwyn out Mount Forja.
It wouldn't be the first time she's come back.
She's
It's
not.
remarkable how hard you mortals fight for causes that'll be forgotten within centuries. Still, I do think the world has been irrevocably, if minimally, changed by your actions.
I freed Sapadal. That is incredibly world-changing.
Perhaps. A new god being set loose on the world is certain to have consequences. Mostly, I'm curious about whether you think you've made the right choice.
Resolve? Oh, man. I don't think I have. I mean, we gotta be at least confident in the choice that we made. The decision I made was what felt correct. Okay, yeah. Felt correct in that moment.
Wise answer, that. I am interested in seeing the outcome of your story, Envoy. With luck, it won't end with you also on fire.
I hope we meet again in better circumstance.
Unfortunately, you'll likely be dead the next time I return to the Living Lands.
Oh.
Goodbye, Envoy. And Yardsley, I do look forward to when all of this is done. I am eager to work with you.
Oh, yes. We'll, discuss that later.
Okay. Well, let's go down to the... And we are back. Yeah, it's still happening. We should be good now. Dude, I don't get it. I think where I screwed up is I kept resetting my internet the last 2 days, and typically it only happens for the first day, and then it resolves itself over time. But hopefully by the weekend we might be good.
Living lands,
I'm just gonna let it be.
Breath, and dreams had more.
Envoy, I knew you'd show up eventually.
It's good to see a familiar face. How are you?
My revenants were just getting comfortable in Thirdborn when the Steel Garrote stepped out of line. When I heard tensions were brewing, I thought to myself, this is a job for the undead. So I gathered the flock.
Good thinking. Nice to see you.
Likewise. I'll keep them on a tight leash, just in case the Steel Garrote breach our defenses. Better to have them and not need them. Oh, and I've been meaning to thank you. Whatever you did in the garden seems to have worked. My revenants are docile again. No more rude displays of aggression. I couldn't be more proud.
Nice. The Dream Scourge is behind us, thankfully.
Indeed. The metaphysical currents of the living lands are beginning to settle. Best of luck out there.
Thank you, Elia. My compliments to the flock, as always.
I wasn't worried until
We do follow up here with the warden.
Envoy, how did you...
Ah.
I don't know.
It's great to see you again, but where the fuck did you come from?
You just appeared out of nowhere.
Never mind that. I'm guessing you two worked out everything between you?
Close enough.
Once word about Paradis reached us, we were allowed to go.
That's not important right now, Radut.
Right. Forgive me, Envoy. I won't keep you long. I just want to make one request while you're here. As much as you can, be good to the living lands.
What do you mean?
Yes,
oh,
but
shoot.
More than that,
Wrong option.
What Radut is saying, Envoy, is that we know the adherents can put us through worse, and we don't want it to get bloody.
I'd just like for us to live lives that are free, for us. Not Adir to determine our fates. It's going to be up to you, Envoy. I know you have much to do, so I'll just leave you with that. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Before we go over that, I'm assuming this is probably going to be the last time we can rest. So let's do this and talk to our companions. Got Giada and Marius, and we leveled up again? Really? Holy. I mean, I'll take it. Let's save Giada for last. Talk to Marius.
There you are, Envoy. You ready for this?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Understood. Same here. I guess it helps we have a god on our side, right? I mean, a god beats a skeleton knight any day. This is just cleanup. Just figuring out who controls the living lands from here out.
They'll have a lot to do here.
You have a lot to do. I just need to survive and make sure you live through this. Anyway, you should get some rest. Oh, if you need to rehearse any speeches or whatever, make sure you do it in front of someone else.
Rest well, Marius.
Talk to you later, Envoy.
Alright, Giada, what do you got? What do you got for me?
Here we are. The first and last battle for the living lands.
We can only hope it's the last.
Try praying instead of just hoping. That might work better for you. Metaphysically, the battle is already over. Sapadal is free, and the Dream Scourge is gone. But politically, we have a small mess to tidy up.
We have unfinished business with the Steel Garrote.
I intend to send a message to the Steel Garrote, and it won't be subtle.
Keep saying
anyway,
Garrote.
Who knows what tomorrow will bring? So let's be grateful for today.
True.
You've earned a little peace of mind.
We all have.
I think that's enough wool gathering for now. Besides, I need to tinker on the phantasmal focus. Make sure it's ready for war. Don't stay up too late.
That's it. Yeah, that's all
Thanks
for now.
talking.
Oh, she's got a follow-up too?
We should take a moment to acknowledge what happened back there. You liberated the god of the living lands. Now they are unchained, free to do whatever they want. That's quite a gamble you made.
I trust Sapadal to do the right thing.
I admire your confidence. If not for you, Sapadal would still be pacing their cage like a wild animal. Which means you have leverage over a god. How do you plan on using it?
I'll use it to make a better living lands.
That's a lot of responsibility, but I have faith you're equal to it.
Or at least the best
Sapadal's
that I can.
imprisonment shaped this island. Now that everything's changed, I'm curious what will happen. We cannot know if the living lands will normalize or destabilize as a result of our actions.
I'm sure it'll be fine. Thank you so much for your foreboding premonition. Either way, things could have not continued as they have.
For better or worse, change is inevitable.
Exactly.
Maybe you'll find some comfort in prayer, now that one of the gods is
A
listening.
little too real with that one.
I hope you don't mind me bringing it up. The subject matter is a bit much for our little camp.
For you, anything.
You're too kind. I want you to know this has been an unforgettable experience. Wherever we go from here, I'm grateful to have been a part of it. Until next time.
Enough for now.
Thanks for talking.
Until next time.
Marius.
I think there's
How are you feeling?
yeah, there's still a follow-up.
I'm alright. Good to see an old friend.
Almost. Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot to reply to the other one. Is that also why you try to get through games? It depends on the game. Like for this one, I've been ready to wrap it up. But for something like Kingdom Come Deliverance, it's rare for me to go into like 15, 20 episodes of a series. Because what happens is every episode that you do, viewers drop off more and more and more. There are people that will watch from part one all the way through, but generally more and more people will drop off the longer you get into a series. But if I'm enjoying a game long enough, that goes out the window. I don't care. And that's why you saw me do like 23 or 24 episodes of Kingdom Come Deliverance, because I was just loving the game so much. For something like this, under 10 episodes, that's honestly, I've got what I wanted out of it. I've seen what I wanted to see. I've done most of the side quests I wanted to do. I'm ready to move on to the next.
Envoy? Is it really you?
Mihala told us you went into some place called the Garden to seek a god?
When you didn't return, we took you for dead.
What did you see there? The god you felt in Nokutadek?
It's too preposterous to believe.
Damn,
How could a
everyone's here
plague
now.
be ended by speaking with a god?
Everyone, please. We could get to the bottom of this if you would only let them speak. It's been weeks, Envoy. What happened?
I mean, there's a lot of things we could say. I met the god of the living lands and freed them.
Sapadal was responsible for the Dream Scourge. Their rage, their confusion, their fear.
So you say. But Shatterscarp is still littered with dream thralls, and Temerity is still pacing her room, muttering in the dark.
There won't be any new infections. We've put a stop to that for good. Unfortunately, there's little we can do for those already in the grip of the Dream Scourge. We can give them comfort, nothing more. This will be a process. The Dream Scourge was never going to simply go away overnight.
I suppose it stands to reason. I found that a quick fix is often anything but. What of this god, then? What does it mean that you freed them?
Sapadal is the god of the godless and the god of the living land.
Lödwyn had intimated that this land grew a new god. But how can that be?
Giada and I have some theories about the nature of the Adra in the living lands.
I'd say we're past the point of theorizing.
If the
Just a
Adra here
bit.
is a closed system, like a terrarium for our souls, then a gradual accumulation of essence could coalesce into a being in the beyond.
Much like the formation of gemstones. All it takes is time and the right application of pressure.
Wodka no doubt saw Sapadal as a threat to her authority. So, she killed the godless and imprisoned their god.
I assume it is this god we have to thank for the roots tearing apart Paradis? They erupted from the earth the moment those bastards stood up their first siege tower.
Naku Tedek was riven with those things, not to mention what they did to the land.
Similar roots had infected the structures at Naku Kubel. If they and the Dream Scourge were really the work of a god, and the gods thought it best to imprison this god, how could you let such a creature go free?
I don't answer to you, any of you. Sapadal deserved a chance to make amends.
Let's hope they don't decide to further amend themselves by coming for our heads.
True.
It was Adir's arrival that disturbed Sapadal. We'll have nothing to fear from this god once we expel you from our lands.
Having Sapadal at our beck and call might be to our advantage. I'd like to see Rawatai try to stand toe-to-toe against a god.
Keeping watch over Sapadal was a sacred task Nandru gave us when he left. For that reason alone, my wardens owe them their allegiance.
Well, whatever happens, I suppose we can't put the godling back in the bottle now.
Yep.
But come, we have more pressing matters to attend to. The Steel Garrote have attacked Paradis. Inquisitor Lödwyn has already joined the battle. She must have traveled like the wind to get here so fast.
I distinctly remember killing Lödwyn out on top of Mount Bajora.
You did. I kicked her corpse when you weren't looking. Just to be sure.
Yeah, but I even said it then. I don't
better
believe
days.
she was dead.
But you wouldn't know it, judging by how she fights.
Lödwyn's run through the militia like a whirlwind.
All right, let's keep the similes to ourselves.
She's gonna try to kill me again, isn't she?
Regrettably, she's not in the business of making exceptions for people she deems oathbreaker. So long as her passion for Wodka lives, so too will her spirit.
Then we destroy her faith, and the rest of her will follow. I have a theory about this. Let's talk at camp if you want to hear it. But I think we can kill her.
Oh, good. That'll be easy.
It is not, I think, impossible.
Alright, enough of this yammering. I have to go help her.
You can't be serious. You'd stand
Wait,
with
no,
the
no, no,
Steel
that's not what I
Garrote.
meant. That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant. No, 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 no,
Don't
no.
tell me you're
Yo,
bending
chill.
the knee to the ones who
Well,
burn
hold
my
on now.
city.
Whoa.
Don't do
That's
this.
not what I
I
meant.
followed you to the ends of this world. We all did.
No, no, no.
But I won't follow
I
you
meant
here.
to help Giada.
No. If you do this, you better say goodbye, Envoy. I won't help you sell out my home to that Korba.
That's not what I
thought
meant.
you were smarter than this, Envoy.
The wardens would sooner die than kneel before the Steel Garrote.
If you think Thirdborn will submit without a fight, you're out of your mind.
They're all telling me.
How many lives are you willing to forfeit?
Listen, I didn't mean it like that. I did not mean it like that. Jesus Christ, they are all at my throat now. Oh my God. Wars come. All right, all these are like only they can bring it to heal. I'm having second thoughts. Let's reconsider our options.
Excellent. Lödwyn has sent a message to the Emperor informing him of her attack. He will send advisors
That's
and
not what I was
reinforcements
trying to say.
swiftly in response. What will his representatives find when they arrive? A new colony? A budding grave room? Before you face Lödwyn, you should know what you're fighting for. All of you must decide. But whatever you decide, understand, the days of the frontier are done. Adir will come. Indeed, we are already here.
Okay. So let's not say that one. See, that's clear. I'm not fighting for Lödwyn's vision for the Living Lands. Real quick, Herbs, yo, thank you for the gift there. KCD2 second playthrough coming when? Well, we're definitely going back whenever the DLC drops. Like, that's for sure. Without a doubt. I know what I would like to do.
Well, don't leave me in suspense.
I don't agree with that. An official colony of Adir? No. Believe we should fight for a united Living Lands?
Oh,
yeah.
Gods have mercy.
Solus and her wardens stand vigil with the Living Lands.
You can count on Thirdborn. Our cannons stand with the Living Lands.
Fjord and her animancers stand with the Living Lands.
We deserve this opportunity. Thank you for believing in us.
Of course.
Fighting a battle together is easy. I just hope everyone's willing to stick it out when it comes to the politics.
We'll figure it out then.
They made the right decision for once.
Finally, some sense permeates the proceedings.
On your head be the consequences.
Whatever.
That leaves the matter of Lödwyn and the Steel Garrote. She will never surrender, Envoy. You must kill her, or we will lose Paradis, and eventually the island.
I will defend Paradis with my life, even if it means the wheel.
The Living Lands will never be free until we break the chain around our necks. Lödwyn must die her final death.
She better say her goodbyes while she can.
I'm proud to fight at your side, Envoy. One last time.
Let's get to work then. We've got a walking corpse to bury.
The Paradis militia will be at your back. Give her no quarter. The future waits for you.
Thank you all for trusting me.
Thank you for deserving it. Now, go and teach the Steel Garrote a lesson they will never forget.
Show them that the Living Lands will not be broken across Vodka's knee.
We will send reinforcements to help you reclaim the Eastern Gate. From there, work your way to the main plaza.
Understood.
May all the gods of Eora and the Living Lands protect you.
Let's take back the city together. Show the Steel Garrote how the Living Lands takes care of its own.
Time to stop the Steel Garrote. Lead the way, Envoy.
Dude, they were all so pissed for a second there. Oh my god. I couldn't believe that. When they said enough yammering, I gotta go help. I thought they were saying enough yammering, like enough yapping. Let's go talk to Giada to see what her plan is and help her, not help Wodka, or not Wodka, Lödwyn. I was like, whoa, hold on now. Yeah, that, holy. They were all ready to... I wonder what would happen if I really did turn around and be like, no, actually, I'm not going to help any of you. I'm going to go help her. That would be crazy. Let's talk to Marius and Giada real quick.
You should get some sleep.
See, you're still up.
Right. Things feel different now. Wrong, somehow. I've been in a lot of dangerous situations, but it's always been a fight to survive. It's just a fight. Putting my life on the line for someone else's cause. It's the opposite of survival. It's foolishness.
You stay back and I need you ready to fight, Marius.
I'll be ready, Envoy. I'll just be feeling weird about it. We're about to go out there and risk our lives for, what? A concept of how things ought to be. We might die, all to determine who sleeps in the nicest house in Paradis until the island decides it's time for a change. It's fine. Really. But it's some blessed day Sokka when you think about it.
Glad you're with me, Marius.
Right. Careful you don't get stuck in all that sap.
So, the Living
You see the
Lands
trailer
is
for Dune
going it
Awakening
alone.
that dropped today? Yes.
It's exciting, but
and I also saw
I
that they
wouldn't break
came
out the
out
good
with
stuff,
a...
Judd.
I was actually about to do an episode of it, but I ran out of time because I wanted to wrap this up first. But they put out a character creator and a benchmark, so I'm going to keep an eye out because I'm going to do a video of that on YouTube sometime in the future.
Just yet. Adiran ships won't be the last.
I'm looking
ones
forward
on
to
our
it.
horizon.
Can't sleep? Neither can I.
I just
We're
recently
going
watched
into
the
battle
second
for
one.
the soul of the living lands, rallying under the banners of the Paradis militia. Your emperor will not be pleased.
I have influence in the court. My report on the living lands will change mine.
Political influence is dangerous. If you aren't careful, it can turn against you. When a godlike fights in battle, people take note of which side. The Adirans will doubt your loyalty. The locals will doubt your commitment. You may even doubt yourself. This is the first time you were told to pick a side. And I fear it won't be the last.
Agreed. The living lands have accepted me for who I am. I can't forget that.
All we ask in return is that you do the same for us. From what I understand, your ambassador is very persuasive, very powerful, and very accustomed to getting his way. For a politician like him, losing a battle is not a defeat. It's an opportunity. When he promises you the world, don't listen. He'll fill your head with lies if you let him.
Noted. Thanks for the warning.
I'm glad we understand each other. It's good to see you fighting for the misfits and rabble-rousers. Time for you to get some rest. We have a big day ahead of us.
Yes, indeed. Gonna cross paths with Lödwyn again. Are you concerned?
In truth, I'm not as worried as I used to be. I've been thinking about the Inquisitor. Formulating a theory, you might say. A Death Guard clings to their existence by force of will. Stubbornness, unfinished business, that sort of thing. Lödwyn is held together by faith, and that may be her undoing.
Yeah, it seems pretty cool. Like it lets you choose some, or at least take a peek at some of the stats for creating your character. Because Sapadal challenged her faith.
Precisely. Faith is the foundation of her reality. Faith in the righteousness of the gods. But according to her faith, Sapadal should not exist. A new god independent of hers? Blasphemy. By that logic, you shouldn't exist either. And yet here you are.
So a breaker of faith? So I can't just destroy her, I have to destroy her faith.
That's my point, exactly. I think you already have. You are the godlike of a heretical god. A contradiction to her reality. Can you imagine how much she needs you to die? Her entire worldview depends on it. Who knows? Maybe that uncertainty is enough to make her mortal again. Or maybe not. I'm just theorizing as I go. Whatever happens, I want to see it for myself.
Okay. How do you feel about the future of the living lands?
When I agreed to travel with you, I didn't think I'd find myself at the center of a political upheaval. So imagine my surprise when you gave the living lands a chance to unite, to prove itself, and to stand tall before its enemies. Granted, it was an uphill climb. The Dream Scourge exposed our weaknesses, our vulnerabilities. But thanks to our struggle, the island finally knows itself. Now we can decide who we want to become. I can't wait to see what we do with that freedom.
The freedom was always yours. Adir had no right.
Agreed. We fought hard just to defend what's ours. But to answer your question, the future looks bright for a change.
Not for now.
Thanks for talking.
Okay.
All I'm saying is I'm ready to fight.
Let's do it. Ready to fight indeed. Let's go. Damn.
Take your best shot.
Almost killed him right there.
Another soul for the wheel.
Well, that was fun.
Ease ahead.
Holy. That's so much damage. Oh wait, they're joining us. Oh, that's sick. It's actually all 4 of them. Wait, what the hell? Wait, what are you doing here?
We shall tear your enemies apart.
Wait, that's the guy that I helped in the final area. I helped heal him.
Never mind.
You should be
Someone.
behind it. Right there.
But that's awesome. And with that,
That's one for us.
Foolishness.
pick up all these. I love that we're still getting materials for upgrades, some lockpicks. I do wonder if there is like a new game plus or something.
Who's there?
Who is the big guy? The big guy is Rocco here. I healed him when we got to the 4th area.
Next one's mine.
He was holding somebody hostage because he was sick. And then I gave him some materials to make him a cure. And I guess he showed up here, which is kind of cool. I didn't know it would affect it like that. How would you rate Kingdom Come Deliverance compared to this game? Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 is a masterpiece. This game's alright. Like, it's a good one. I think this game's like a solid 7. I don't think it's great. I don't think it's like a 10 out of 10. I think it's a solid game. I think it's a fun game. But I don't think it's anything close to it.
Envoy? Of course you'd be the last face I see. I guess I shouldn't be surprised to see you here.
Who are you?
I'm Darla. I served under Captain Weemgar in Shatterscarp. I was stationed at the mines in that hateful attempt to help arm Thirdborn. But never mind that. That isn't what's important right now. You've declared yourself for the enemy. You've turned your back on Adir, on the Emperor. Again. I don't understand. Why, envoy.
After all we've done, we don't deserve these lands.
And the others here are deserving. Why?
They're from here.
Because they made it here some number of years before us. You won't stop us. Even if I'm food for worms. One way or another, these lands belong to Adir.
Yeah, okay. All right. And that's why you're on the ground like that and I'm standing still. That's what you get. What the hell is that?
What are you doing
The
here?
Juliana?
I thought you left town weeks ago.
They've gone too far. I'm here to put a stop to it.
About time. You're the only one Lödwyn will listen to.
Any other survivors?
I saw a few on my way here. I imagine they've been waiting for this to happen for a long time. Listen, one of the Garot's units is scouting up ahead, maybe 5 strong. I wouldn't want to fight them if I were you. Take this key. It'll unlock the gate to the canals. You can thank the captain who forgot it.
Hey, appreciate it.
You shouldn't find much opposition down there. I wish someone had stood up to the Steel Garot a long time ago.
Yeah, I think we might stealth through some of these.
But, well, you're...
Thanks. Nice lady.
We should go now, while the fighting's died down.
Can you not hear the screaming outside?
She's right. We can't go now.
Hey, what's up, Stony?
Should we wait till the Garot set this bar alight?
Is that, so she gave me this key, but where is that at? I wonder.
Who's there? Stop
Nobody?
right there.
His stealth ability is so good. Alright, I think we need a help here.
Never had a chance.
Whoa! What the hell? Yeah, we're in the end game, the final moments now.
You're going to regret
East ahead.
Invaders in the garden!
Nice shot!
Nice.
I'll teach you.
Honestly, at this rate, we can probably just use the potions the rest of the way through.
Monica demands your submission.
Oh.
Stand against her and
Drop.
fall.
That's Lödwyn ahead. Lead on. I'm with you to the end.
Wait, what is this? Lödwyn, are you ready? You're going down.
There you are.
So, you survived the garden.
The purple
Did you come
effect
all this
is
way
stealth.
just to try your luck again? To kill me more efficiently than last time?
Lödwyn, I don't want to kill you. I just want this to end.
Our conflict was foretold.
Let's see what happens if we
the
say
moment
it.
you were born. You can no more avoid it than I can die. Look around, Envoy. Heelguard should have listened. He tried to bring order through compromise. He failed. Order is meant to be imposed by a stern, guiding hand.
Her order wields sharp steel. She must set down her blade.
The living lands will unite and remain free. There's nothing you can do.
You can tell Wodaka yourself once we've sent you back to the wheel.
Don't insult my intelligence or my commitment to the cause. Treaties can be burned. The hands which shook over whatever deal you struck can be lopped off at the wrist. As for you, Sapadal's chains are broken, which means your soul is in their grasp. I don't know how deeply you've been compromised, Envoy. And if I don't know, then I cannot suffer you to live.
Sapadal is under my control.
That's what they want you to think. Steel yourself, Envoy. Make this a fight to remember, even in death.
We would not welcome her death. There is still ample shade for her beneath our tree.
Ooh, intellect? I won't fight you, Lödwyn. I don't need to.
You will. You must. You have no choice. Face me and die with honor. Or fall to your knees and die as a coward. How you die doesn't matter, but you will die. Every vestige of Sapadal must be wiped from this earth. The burned queen demands it.
We are a challenge to her authority. She is afraid of what we mean.
Ah, you're kidding. Are you kidding me? I'm 1 point off. No way, brother. Ah. Wodaka doesn't frighten me, and neither do you.
Pathetic. You believe this is about fear?
Oh, man.
Power, Envoy. Here, now, and in every time, power is the wheel that turns the world. And beyond the living lands, the burned queen reigns above all.
No. No. Damn. If I had 1 more point in perception or intellect, we could have probably convinced her to just, like, give up herself. Oh, well. Hey, Noah, thank you for the follow there. Alright, I can't listen to any more of your I can't listen to 1 more second of your ravings.
Finally! Give me the clarity I require. Give me proof of her devotion to me. Farewell, Envoy.
There's no coming back this time. Prepare yourself for the next world.
Let's finish this. Together.
Once I'm done killing you, your god...
Hold. What's this ability?
Here we go.
She's not gonna be that difficult anyways.
Soil. We will always grow.
This is what we prepared. No more.
I've got the gear, I've got everything I need.
Whoa! Queen among queens!
Oh.
Send me your aid!
Oh boy. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. Hold on now. Hold on now. Oh god. Allie, thank you for the follow there too.
Couldn't have done it better.
There's that.
Whoa!
Quiet as a soul.
Worth it.
Put on the bear.
Again! Help me! One last time!
Behind it!
Worth it. Grow up!
Eat him!
Oh, jeez. There are two of them? Almost.
Where are you? No! Don't abandon me now!
She's still alive? Like 5 health bars. Oh, it's GG now. Got her.
Wherever Lödwyn is now, she must be seething.
Of course, we'd be happy to kill her again, if needed.
She's done for, but we're not. Whatever's next, we'll face it. Together.
Gods, you're all gonna make me sick. But carry on.
Unraveled at last. We no longer feel her wire against our flesh. We are free always. We are free forever.
Silence falls over Paradis, as though the city is holding its breath. Then you hear it, the ringing of a distant bell, the waving of banners, and cheers of victory. After a short and bloody conflict, the dust has finally begun to settle. You feel Sapadal close to your thoughts, stirring with interest. The god of the living lands is observing this moment, unfettered by confusion or fear. For the first time in centuries, they understand. The Paradis militia rallies to you, the outsider who defended them in their hour of need. Whatever happens next, you have won their confidence. You take a moment to reflect on the calm. Not so long ago, you arrived at these shores on a simple errand, which turned out to be anything but simple. The Dream Scourge is over, and the island has been cleansed of plague. A time of healing and mourning follows. People look to you for answers about the source of the affliction. You tell them the truth, how the plague came from a power beyond mortal understanding, and how it is finally at peace. Thanks to you, the Living Lands has escaped Adiran oppression. The free settlements unite under a common banner and begin the fraught process of negotiating new traditions and values. The Empire withdraws. The frontier remains wild, but not for long. Fugitives no more. The rebels of Paradis return to their home and to other free settlements, bringing their skills and secrets wherever needed. For once, they have a future. The refugees of Emerald Stair resettle in Thirdborn, bringing their skills and research to aid the local community. What starts as an uneasy partnership blossoms into a bond of trust. Through shared adversity, they find common ground. The ashes of Fior Messiverno continue to smolder. Scavengers avoid the ruins, fearful of spirits unleashed by animancy gone awry. The once promising city is nothing but a cautionary tale. Though free, Shatterscarp is still haunted by the surviving dream thralls after the destruction of Naku Kubel. The routine hunt for the remaining monsters becomes part of Thirdborn's everyday life, another chore atop a hardscrabble existence with few comforts. The youthful make a game of the hunt, retrieving artifacts from the dead to return to those they left behind. Solace Keep clings to its long-held isolation at first, but after mourning her friend Kostya, Mihala reluctantly deigns to open the doors of the fortress. Some dwarves greet newcomers with glee. Others still mutter darkly about outsiders. Mihala flounders in her earliest negotiations with the rest of the Living Lands, but slowly learns compromise. She develops a taste for Valian sweets. When Kai returns to Thirdborn, he's no longer running. He finds a town that's been diminished by struggle, conflict, and tragedy. He finds home. He helps repair Thirdborn's walls and train its defenders, carrying on Tama's legacy. And while his labors do not restore all that was lost, they build something new. With many of his anxieties and lifelong fears addressed, Marius now feels very differently than he did when he first met the envoy. Still far more comfortable in the wilds than among people, he nonetheless finds that his worries about the unknown were merely self-protection against the traumas of his childhood. Armed with this knowledge, he finds himself more capable of living in civilization, and far less fearful of his home in Galawain's tusks. While he never regains his former place as a Warden of Solace, he spends his time traveling between Solace and Thirdborn, acting as a stubborn ambassador between the two. Giada learned much in your time together. How to stand up to authority, how to face the unknown, and how to move on from the past. But her family's unfinished work weighs heavily on her soul. Her inheritance is the burden of achieving the impossible. Such is the life of an animancer. At least now she has the right tools for the job, and new friends to help her through hard times. No longer under the threat of imminent death, Yardsley returns to the Animancers. Reunited with her beloved Quilici, she helps him and the Animancers as they put their lives together after the attack on Fior Messiverno. Eventually, she even has something nice to say to Vidaro. As the days pass in contentment and relative peace, Yardsley is struck by the persistent feeling that something is missing. Though she still devotes herself to her studies of both the arcane and the godless, the restlessness never goes away. Freed from torment for the first time in centuries, Sapadal turns their prodigious curiosity to the people that shaped them. They observe the ways their people live, and they think deeply about what they see. Though they flinch away from moments of violence, and they grieve souls returned to them too soon, the rage that once shook cities to rubble no longer rules them. Instead, they come to you with questions. They want to understand. After a time, they begin, tentatively, to garden. Where they can, they improve the lives of Kith, and the suffering that troubled them is reduced, if never fully eradicated. Their grief compels them to love, and they love unreservedly, with the power of a god. Sapadal pours a fragment of their power into the statue they claimed from the temple of Aethys.
Oh, right.
Newly embodied, they roam the living lands and learn to experience the world as Kith do. Their first attempts at locomotion are clumsy, and a stand of innocent trees is violently returned to the wheel. But as their confidence grows, so does their grace. Soon, they are bounding across the plains of eastern Dawnshore, leaping the river gorge in Emerald Stair, scaling the shark's teeth of Shatterscarp, and fearlessly wading into the Tusk's acid sea. When they break, they come to you to put them back together. And in time, they learn to fix themselves. They wander far afield. You see less of them, but they are never far from your thoughts. And on the rare occasion they return, they always bring you something beautiful and strange. The sounds of celebration pull you out of reverie. Many are waiting to greet you with open arms. You take a moment to catch your breath and savor it, because everything is about to change.
Oh boy. And there it is. Avowed complete. I'm reading all the names as it goes by very fast. It was a solid game. It was fun. Let's see if there's anything at the end here. Okay, and it just brings you back to the main menu. What happens when we hit continue? Let's see. Where's it load in? I wonder too if you do start a new game, does it just start over? Because we are still getting loot in the end there. Yeah, okay. Well, there it is, chat. We finished Avowed. I think personally, out of everything, this game is good. It's fun, but it's nothing. It's not anything close to Game of the Year, in my personal opinion. I enjoyed it. I found some things I liked. I found a lot of things I didn't like, to be honest. The gearing, I think, is one of the worst in a while for an RPG, at least. And other stuff. So unfortunately, that wasn't the best part of everything. But the story, I enjoyed. The gameplay, I still had a good time with. The story itself was just a little bit too slow at times, I think. I think there was a lot of moments where I really wonder if this game was just a linear game instead of being an open world RPG, or not an open world, but a reconnected, and there we go. We're good. Sheesh. We are back again. Hold on, let me try to see if there's anything going on. But yeah, overall, I mean, I'm happy with how the story played out. I was excited to see if it was going to be worth it in the end. There's just some things I would change personally, but at the end of the day, we're good here. So let me take one final look. So I joined a Discord lately that has a bunch of creators from TikTok that are swapping over to Twitch, trying to see if any of them are live right now. But unfortunately, I think I'm the only one that is live. So I was going to raid them. I think we might start doing some raids in the future here on Twitch to kind of help those people out that are swapping from TikTok over to Twitch. because of the whole scaled systems, which is an absolute mess. But if you're watching on YouTube, I mean, that's pretty much it for me. I will be back on shortly. We'll be back short in like an hour or less. I'm just literally going to go eat lunch, set up stream, or not dinner, set up stream for Yakuza, and we're going to jump right into that. But yeah, I think that's going to be it. Yeah, I'm just looking to make sure I'm not missing anybody. I think everybody is not live, though. I'm the only one that has it connected. At least. Okay, cool. All right. But yeah, I'll be back. For now, I'm going to go eat, and then I'll be back on. What would you rate this game after finishing? Didn't hear your personally, one final, I'll answer that, and then we'll chill there. Personally, I would say this game's just like a solid 7. I wouldn't give it a 6. I wouldn't give it an 8 personally. I think it's just a good game. It's not a great game. It's not a masterpiece. I think it's just good. It's all right. I personally, there was a lot of things in this that reminded me of Dragon Age aesthetically, and as if they were trying to go for it. That in a way, but just obviously not. And comparing the two, I personally liked Veilguard like miles more than this. But I'm still happy I played it. It's on Game Pass. I think it being on Game Pass is worth it in itself. I mean, Game Pass is worth it in itself. So if anybody's interested, just play it on Game Pass, to be honest. I spent the full 95 doubloons on Twitch, or not on Twitch, on Steam to play this game. Do I think it's worth that? Absolutely not. Personally, absolutely not. I should have, could have, might have waited to play it on Game Pass, but oh well. At the end of the day, I cover a wide variety of games. I'm still happy I played it. I got to play it a little bit early, and so on. And, I mean, it's a write-off anyways. So, but that's it. If you're going to play it, just play it on Game Pass. Try it out. See if you like it. If not, there's tons of other games on there anyways. So, for now, though, that is actually officially it. I will be back on, like I said, in... my goal is 6 p.m. Eastern. Right now it's 5:20, so about 40 minutes, maybe a little sooner than that. But I'm going to shoot for 6 p.m. live again, starting Yakuza, and we'll go for like 2.5, 3 hours there. But that's it. So have a good rest of your day or night, and I will see you all in a little bit. And thank you again for the raid earlier. If any of you guys are still here from Raisin, appreciate it. If somebody else was on right now, I'd raid out to them. But I'm going to wait. Later tonight, we'll probably raid out. So, all right, have a good one. I'll see you all in a bit. Peace.